You and Ryan had a lot of connections on the left-hand side. Talk about that chemistry a little bit.
It's building. I mean, we've had a few weeks for it to build, but obviously it's not going to be perfect. But I started seeing some good little connections, and I think it's going to be very good this year. He's a good left back to work with, easy going, good to communicate with, and a very good player. So I think it's only gonna get better, and it's going to be very good and positive going forward.
How's your kittens doing?
Awesome. I was playing with them right before I drove to the stadium. Obviously, without my shirt on because they will start to rip at it. But they're growing, they're eating their duck, and they're not shedding. So I'm very happy about that.
Awesome. Was that the Bengals?
The Bengals, Dolce and Gabbana, they're driving me wild, and I love it. So, yeah.
Your FC Dallas debut today, obviously against your former club. What were your takeaways from the game itself?
It was. I mean, I'm happy about the 3 points. There's little things you wanna fix, little touches, little things. I think it's normal. It's the first game, but a lot of positive to take away from it. Obviously the win, but also other positives: the fight, different connections, getting behind, and I think we're just gonna start to gel more and more. It's the first game. There's 30 something left, so there's plenty of time for us to continue to build on this positive result.
It's just one game, like you said, but how important was it to get 3 points and start the season on a positive note?
I think it's very important. You don't want to get ahead of yourself either after the 3 points and say, okay, 'cause there's a lot of games left. But it's definitely nice to start on a good note. Like I said, you want to take the positives and the negatives away from it and build and learn off of it because you don't want to sit and say that everything was perfect because it wasn't. But the important thing is that we fought as a group and we stuck to our tactics and it came away with the 3 points.
What difference does it make to you moving from the Eastern Conference schedule, a lot of Eastern time zone to the Western, potentially going spanning 3 or 4 time zones there?
It is a bit different. I was actually thinking about that the other day. It's we do play different teams more often now, so that's probably the bigger change than anything. I was maybe seeing Vancouver once a year. Now you see them twice, or the LA teams we're going to see them more often. Nothing really changes. We're still football. We have to play 90 minutes every game, and I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'll see more familiar faces when we play against the East Coast teams, but when we play against the West Coast teams, it's the same.
Seems like in the East there are more closer rivals with like DC, the New York teams, New England, Philly. In the West, maybe not so much. Does that play into any of the build-up for games?
Nah, not for me. Everything's a rivalry for me. I don't like any other team that's not mine. So this Philly game doesn't change anything, even though it's my old team. This doesn't change anything than whoever else we're gonna play against. And I just want to give the same passion, and I know the group is the same. FC Dallas is the badge that I'm repping, and I want to give everything for this club and for my teammates and the coaching staff.